Hey everyone, it's Josh here from Quiet Houses. In this video, Chris and I are going to take a deep dive into our track from our new EP, Origins, called Crestfallen. For this, we used Logic to record everything as our DAW of choice, and you'll kind of get to see a behind-the-scenes look at all the effects, the processing, the songwriting, everything that went into Crestfallen in this video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Let's just start right at the beginning, and then we can pause and talk about things from there.
Yeah, here we go.
You can actually pause there.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy your bass part there. I think
Thanks.
when I originally wrote the tune, that was kind of like what I was hearing. I'm not sure if we ever played this song with Mike when he was in the band, but
It was before I was born.
yes, I think I tend to really like the pedal point style bass playing, and you do it in a way where it's not boring.
Thank you.
At all.
I try to keep it snappy.
Just wanted to highlight that.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll actually, not to be vain, but
Go for it. I was just gonna say solo it.
So at the beginning, it's kind of subtle, but I throw in some like little harmonics.
Oh yeah.
With,
I noticed that.
Like I kind of flubbed on that one, but like you don't really hear it. It's just G all day.
Until it's not.
All right, where to next?
Let's actually solo the acoustic guitar and then solo Matt's part.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm not sure whether this is like a chicken or the egg thing at this point, but he ends up essentially kind of doubling what I'm playing, or vice versa.
Okay.
Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which came first at this point. But it was cool. I love there's at the tail end of like the verse, he does like this really cool thing too. I'll point it out, but. I can't hear you. It's too loud. What did you say?
Sorry. You kind of dovetail with each other too.
Yeah. And then like this part at the end, just solo Matt's guitar. Yeah, that was like one of those things that was a surprise to like when I heard the end result, because it's like you play this stuff live and you never know.
Yeah.
What anybody's doing.
If anything, we were all just trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, you get like the vague idea of like, okay, I'm doing my thing, and then oh, there's this, that part sounds cool.
It's funny, and I think in the original like tracks we did with him, that little boom 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 like wasn't there.
Yeah, because this is one of the ones you re-recorded, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we get into this cool little effect section, which I think really breaks up the song as an arrangement and gets you set for.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for the rest of the track.
Lacking shapes, mistaken for a shout. Spoken words like a hopeless fanatic. Your heart's a stone and bats in the anticle. I'm just saying, 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 I'm just saying.
Yeah, everything just like opens up there.
Yeah, and there's a couple cool things happening. We could I guess we'll start actually with we'll start with the vocals. That seems to make the most sense. So
sure, in
the chorus, yeah. So nice. So I see now that you doubled everything.
Yeah,
as you should.
vocal doubling, like all day. You want that big sound, just do 2-3 tracks for
Yeah.
each kind of part. Um,
But yeah,
yeah,
let's just solo the vocals there.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, I like can't really hear your voice on the recording as much, but like hearing it
That might
isolated like
be
that, it's like, oh
intentional.
yeah, there's Josh. Yeah, so that was just that's kind of like what started the song. Was that little idea, and it ended up being from like this completely different, much softer song. Um, but it was kind of cool. Oh, so the actual demo is in there?
Yeah, so when you sent me the original like filter effect like in the demo track, so there's a couple things going on in the bottom here, like
Oh yeah, I definitely wanted to go over because I hear that like is it like a piano
oh
fading.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. We got some reverse piano action and some reverse snare. And all I did with those is just verb them out. Like literally, it's just some Logic instruments. Verb them out, play the notes, and then flip them.
nice.
Works out pretty well. So let me solo this section here.
Oh, nice. I love that snare.
Yeah, it just like it's all about ear candy and texture for me sometimes. It's like what how
Oh
can you
yeah,
like bring out a section and define certain points. And like we have our vocals like layered on top of it. Um as well as Brandon drum. I did have to filter his drums cuz like it's a whole and that's just with an EQ.
oh nice.
Heyo. All right. That's always a good sign. um, literally taxing the computer. I want to break this thing. All right. But
Yeah, and then where to next? I guess probably the second chorus makes the most sense.
yeah, I mean, same as the first, a little bit louder.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's a harmonic change that I'll point out
Yeah.
as we go.
Keep on going, it all surrounds you, keeps on growing. Oh, I'm just saying, 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 I'm just saying.
Oh, before we go into the solo, actually, let's
Chromatically there in my part that I could never get right at rehearsal. I would just do the same thing.
let's talk about the electric guitar part there.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's one of my favorite pieces of the song.
Let's see if this will.
So this part here,
Yeah.
it's
totally outside of the whatever.
yeah.
Doing.
So it's for anyone watching who doesn't know, I like prog, or I should say for anyone who isn't. I feel like that's probably pretty evident that I like proggy things. So this was
that
sort of
polyrhythm.
sneaking that in there. I mean, the chorus is already in 7. Why not put some 5 over it? And
I dig
there
it.
is that. Sorry,
No,
what you say?
I dig it. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks. I remember when we were first learning the song, I was showing this part to Matt. It was like simple, just repetitive ostinato thing, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, that's not bad." and then I said, okay, and then you're gonna sing over it at this end part, and he was not pleased.
Really tests both sides of the brain there. Like
Yeah,
just yeah, the
I think I
technical
gave him the
that.
easiest harmony when we did it live, but it's
As you
still
should. I mean,
not
yeah.
fun because it's like, or no, I'm not even doing it right.
Well, that's why you gave it to him, like so
Exactly.
he'd have to worry about it.
Yeah, I just read stuff.
Yeah.
But cool.
My
Yeah, we can
bass
go into
part
solo, I
definitely,
guess.
yeah, changes a little bit here, where you have that like we get to like that E flat.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, 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 I'm just saying.
And then you just come in and blow the roof off.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's always like a hard line to straddle with this type of stuff. It's like, okay, do you want like a guitar solo for one thing? And that's like most of the time the answer is no, I feel like. But at least in this style of music. Though there's a lot of guitar solos on this EP.
But that's good. I think, we got to bring the guitar solo back. Like it's
exactly,
it's been missing for quite some time. But
yeah, people.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say people often talk about like if we've played shows and people will say that we sound like this band from the 90s or whatever. And I usually am like I like a lot of that music, but I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then when I think now hearing that guitar solo too, it's like, oh yeah, this is like a Pearl Jam song or something.
It's not a bad thing.
Pearl Jam played in 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
there's something cool I want to point out in the drums, like that happens during your solo.
Oh, cool.
I use this little plugin here. It's called Enigma, and it's pretty much like a flanger.
Yeah.
Kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. Like pump up the reverb for the space, but let's put that in context because it kind of helps the drums poke out a little bit.
Yeah, it's cool. I feel like I was hearing something. It was like, is there just like some sort of flange or phaser in the background?
Yeah, that's like I think Led Zeppelin did that a lot. Like if
that makes sense.
The drums on like when the levee breaks, like you can hear something funky in the top.
And that probably or not probably, it complements Brandon's playing very well.
Oh yeah,
because he's like bottom head.
Mm-hmm. Which is great because like it totally fits this vibe. But this little riff here that you got is just wild. Like
thanks.
I love
I got to the end of the solo and I was like, there needs to be something here. And I think originally I was hard pressed to think of a frame of reference at this point, but originally I was thinking of like just how in like certain indie or like alt rock bands, there's that kind of just like noisy. So I guess maybe it's another grunge thing, but it's like they just sort of have like those solo noises
Yeah.
at the end. And I was thinking of that initially, and then I think it's one of those things that just didn't translate, or at least didn't feel natural for me. So just like throw this in here, and it sounded.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I hear the pan
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
got Pan Man on it, and like
Yeah, it gives it like a nice,
because you
almost like a Leslie feel.
yeah. Like it's just kind of so off kilter and like the timing of it. So I wanted to kind of bring that out a little bit more and kind of make you feel like where are we going?
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
anything by sound.
Oh, and
is like
the flanger before, I was like, I thought I like heard it, but I wasn't sure where. I think I thought of it. I think I just assumed it was on the acoustic guitar, but there's nothing there.
Nope.
Nice. It must just be that they occupy probably a similar frequency
Yeah, they both have
ranges, like the cymbals and the
top end.
high end of the guitar.
The bass actually has some effects on it during this section.
Ah, interesting.
And it's like just this doubler fuzz bassy kind of thing. Like it's not mixed in like super hot, but it only comes in for the solo. So play. Just like a little bit more texture there.
Nice.
And any distortion on bass will help it cut through the mix. Like if you're listening on your iPhone, like that's how you hear bass through distortion. However heavy or light you want to make it. But yeah, lots of fun in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much really.
We get back into the last
chorus,
and
there's. I was gonna say, I don't know if this is what you're getting at, but the cool thing, like the interplay between you and Brandon.
Yeah, actually, this is a really fun section coming up here. So out of Chris, your acoustic part with just the vocal very stripped down, let things cool down after the chorus, we come into this build up again.
The helpless girl, the flightless birds, and the boys who never made it out of the circle games that played before doubt. So light the fire, watch it burn. For every ash is a lesson learned. A pocket full of flowers, we all fall down. So take it in while you're still around.
Yeah, right there, like Brandon's kick. Like I only make my bass line around. I mean, generally you want to stick with the kick. Like, fun fact, I'm not a bass player. I just happen to play bass. It's the running joke, but
I feel like you do everything though. So
we try. So with his kick, actually, let me just solo all the drums. Oh no, we'll get that in there too. Kind of like right on top of each other.
nice.
That always reminds me of, for whatever reason, I think it's Free Will by Rush.
Oh yeah, I can kind of hear that.
Like
you've got like a very Getty tone on that part.
Yeah, I'm
too.
Thank you. I tried. Yeah, but just kind of us locking in there. It's a lot of fun. Even like recording remotely or like kind of one at a time. Still try to like really get that live. Like I'm gonna lock into what you're doing and what Chris is doing, what's Matt doing. So yeah,
Yeah. And then I guess we can talk about like the big rock ending.
Yes.
I'm just saying, 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 I'm just saying.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
I
There's the
like
song.
that Matt kicks it into overdrive at the end here.
Yeah.
Let's
You can hear the feedback. That's how you know.
see. The little, yeah, a little fuzz. He's ready.
It's cool too because he's his like sensibility for that section is much different than what I would do in terms of just the tone. I would probably go way raunchier.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But it's
still
like a
packs
nice
punch.
balance.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna move us out of the way. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty much Crestfallen in a nutshell.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. EP's out now. So listen wherever you get your music.